there was a graphic that was tweeted a couple of days ago by, I think it was 33rd Team, that was laying out, and who's hosting the segment? TJ, is it you? You're running this thing? The trivia game? Who's running the trivia game?
Yeah, TJ's playing.
TJ's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trebek.
So, all right, you're playing, or Pat Sajak?
Alex Trebek.
You're the Sajak.
Sajak's Wheel of Fortune, bro.
I know, but he's retiring.
He's retiring.
Trying to
TJ,
give
this
him,
is your audition tape.
Are you saying Sajak couldn't run this trivia game? Is that what you're saying?
I mean,
now, granted, he's had one game for 40 years. He did leave for that 1 year, and that guy with like the dark hair came on, and then that show wasn't good, and Sajak, was hosting his talk show. That went away, and then he came back. He's really only hosted one show, so I don't know. I would think he's got versatility.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's a professional.
Think about, I didn't come here to crap on Pat Sajak. However, like of all games, did he not have the least to do of every game show host? Think about
Let's
it.
see.
The entirety of Sajak, like Alex Trebek reads the questions. Yep. You're on The Price is Right with Drew Carey. He's got to be reading the different things. He's got to, know what the bid is, call out the correct person. I'm sure he's got a producer in his ear. Yeah. But Sajak is just repeating the letter the person said and then turns around while someone else flips the letters. Yeah. And if it's no, he just says the next name. That's his whole job.
That's true.
The entire job.
That's true.
It's just calling on people.
You.
Right?
He's your Jedi.
He did it for 40 years. And probably made live golf type money doing it.
Yes. Absolutely.
But I love Wheel of Fortune. Okay, anyway. So the 33rd Team put out that graphic with every team's last 11-win season. I saw the graphic pop up. I intentionally, and you guys texted, I intentionally didn't look at it. I think Brockman did. But we thought, my initial reaction was, I think it would be fun to just throw out a team. Because again, I don't know what it is. I would hope that I know, but I don't know that I'll know in every case. Can we name the quarterback and the head coach of some of those teams that haven't had an 11-win season in a while? So, TJ, I'm turning it over to you. Run this game.
We're not going to do all 32, obviously.
No,
some of them are, last year.
Pick some random ones.
Those.
Pick some random
All right, well, here we go. Hello, folks. TJ Trebek here.
Hey.
Welcome to the inaugural edition of the
TJ
Rich Eisen
Sajak.
Show Jeopardy. Yay.
Hey.
Now, let's welcome our first two contestants. First up, he's an NFL insider from Minnesota. We have Tom Pelissero.
Happy to be here, TJ. Let's go.
Let's go. Second up, he's an actor from Maine. It's Chris Brockman.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to give you the answers. Yeah, thank you, Mike. We're being a little bit late on that.
Fine, I'm sorry.
We're going to give you the answers, and you're going to give me the correct question. Is that how that works? I think that's how
That is how
You have
that
to answer in
works.
the form of a question.
Yes.
Wait. So
Or
we're
we
gonna
just guess a letter.
You're gonna guess the head coach and the starting quarterback.
and you're going to give us the year and
I'm
everything?
gonna give you the year,
And you got to answer who are.
Got it.
yes, in the form of a.
All right, let's
All right,
go.
Here we go. Brockman, you're gonna go first.
All right.
In 2014, the Detroit Lions went 11-5 with this starting quarterback and this head coach.
Matthew Stafford. Who is Matthew Stafford and Jim Schwartz?
You're very close there, Chris, but I'm sorry. The correct answer is Matthew Stafford and Jim Caldwell.
Oh, man.
Yes, they went
0 for
11-5 in
1,000-yard
2014.
stare of Jim Caldwell.
Yes.
I would have stolen.
Now, can we? I guess we could steal. I guess technically.
Let's do steals. Let's do steals.
Oh, wow,
I'll take the
steals.
L on that one. I would have had it. But yeah,
All
let's
right, Tom, how you doing?
let's
today?
go. I'm wonderful.
In 2016, the Oakland Raiders.
Just been hanging out for 3 hours. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking.
In
Finally.
2016, the Oakland Raiders went 12-4 with this dynamic quarterback and head coach combination. Who are they?
2016 Raiders.
The Oakland Raiders.
Who are Derek Carr and Jack Del Rio?
Survey says, ding, 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 you are correct. In 2016, the Oakland
well
Raiders
done.
behind Derek Carr and Jack Del Rio.
1-0.
12-4.
1-0.
Brockman.
Do I get a half a point for Jim? I had the Jim
The
right.
way our scoreboard is set up, you can't do half points.
All right. Let's go.
In
Give him a move.
2018, the Los Angeles Football Chargers went 12-4 behind this head coach and quarterback combo.
He's lost. Brockman's lost. There's no way he's getting this. There's no way you're getting this.
Say the team in the year again.
The Los Angeles Chargers, 2018, went 12-4 behind this head coach and quarterback combo.
Who is Phillip Rivers and Anthony Lynn?
Survey says, ding,
Yeah.
correct, Chris Brockman.
All right. Brockman's back, baby.
I'm back.
Brockman's back.
I'm back.
And I know Survey says it's in jeopardy, but we're just throwing that.
We're really mixing a lot of games here.
By the way,
Can I buy a vowel?
I mean, these are some coaches
Brockman, you should have did that in the first time. You should have bought a vowel.
that have not been in the
take
game
a
for a
break.
while.
What's Ajax rule? Can I buy a vowel? Yes. A. Is there an A? Somebody else does it.
Exactly. Tom, we're gonna take,
I can't believe this is the most controversial take I've ever had on this show. Is Pat Sajak
Pat Sajak.
doesn't actually have any skills.
Also, he only works for like 2 months a year.
That's it. It's
pretty
like
great.
18 shows a day. It's a true story.
It's a good
Tom,
gig.
we're going to take you way back on this one, my friend.
Boy. All right.
In 1991.
All right. Now we're getting into the
In
challenge portion.
1991, the Washington, whatever you want to call them, the Commanders, the
They were
football
the
team, the
R's back
Redskins,
then. Yeah.
they finished an impressive 14-2 behind this head coach and quarterback combo.
Who are Joe Gibbs and Mark Rippon?
Survey says, ding, 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 you are correct, sir. 1991, the Washington Redskins did go 14-2 behind Mark Rippon.
They won the Super Bowl that year, or they won the Super Bowl the next year?
They won the Super Bowl that
They won the Super Bowl in Minneapolis.
Yes.
Were you there?
Mark Rippon.
2-1.
and
Were you
Joe
at the
Gibbs.
game?
I was 10 years old. I couldn't buy tickets.
Okay,
No.
all right. No, sure. Got hooked up.
Okay. Chris Brockman.
I did go to the Final Four there the same year. Duke won over the Fab Five.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in the last row below the scoreboard.
Nice.
So far that you couldn't hear the ball bounce. You just saw it. But no, did not go to the Super Bowl.
All right, we're over now to the actor Chris Brockman.
Yes.
In 2007, the Jacksonville Jaguars finished 11-5 behind this head coach and quarterback combination.
Good luck.
2007?
2007, the Jacksonville Jaguars finished.
Don't help him,
11-5.
Del Tufo.
You think he knows the answer?
Exactly.
You can go ahead and
His
phone a
answer's
friend.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
He could phone
You can
Jimmy Garoppolo.
You can phone a friend because we're combining all the games.
2007
He could
Jaguars
use my phone.
head coach.
He's not going to figure it out. With me.
I mean,
I'll give you a. Can I give you a hint?
No.
yeah, give me a hint.
I got it.
Give me a hint.
Do you know it?
I think so, yeah.
Who is Mark Brunell and...
I'll say that. I'll give you one hint because you're.
Is he
clearly
already
looking
wrong
at-
on Mark Brunell?
Am I wrong on Brunell?
This head coach has already been named.
See, that's a giveaway.
Jack Del Rio?
But you're wrong on the
But you're
quarterback.
wrong because it was David Garrard
David Garrard.
and Jack Del Rio.
Would you have gotten that?
I was actually going to say Byron Leftwich, so we were
knew
both
it was
wrong on
a
the
black
quarterback.
quarterback. He just didn't know
David
which black
Garrard.
quarterback it was.
David Garrard.
11-5 with David Garrard.
Yes. All right, Tom.
All right. What's the score? It's still 2-1? 2-1 me. All right. How many more do we got? How many
we
more
got
rounds
one
do we
more.
have here?
I mean, we can do this for the rest of the show.
This is the last one.
This is
we
the
have
last
to do.
one. So this is for the game, or you can steal the tie.
Brockman could steal the tie.
All right, let's see it.
Come on.
In 2008, the Miami Dolphins finished with a record of 11 wins and 5 losses behind this head coach and quarterback combo.
Who are Tony Sperano and Chad Pennington?
Survey says... Yes!
Well done.
Chad Pennington and Tony Sperano led the 2008
Wow, well
Miami
done.
Dolphins to an 11-5 record. And that means your winner by 3-2 mark is
3-1.
Tom Pelissero. Let's give him a big hand.
You should have memorized those answers better when you cheated.
I did not cheat. Although I will say I did cheat on this one. In case you missed it, I was going to have it. They won the division that year? Because that was the year Tom Brady got injured.
That was also the year that Favre was on the Jets.
Right.
It was a weird, 08, they won the division.
Yeah. Because that was
Running Wildcat.
That was the Wildcat year.
They were running Wildcat.
Yeah, with
yeah.
Ronnie
So it was really
Brown-
Ricky
Ronnie
Williams and
Brown
Ronnie Brown. Yeah.
Oof.
But Chad Pennington got traded there after they acquired Favre to New York, and so he shows up midstream, and they just kind of pieced it together, and then those teams played in Week 1.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.